Welcome, race fans, to another round of the GeRCA, which I'm just going to give it over to Yankee because I blow it every time. Yankee, what does that mean?
It means the Global eRacing Championship Association.
Awesome. Thank you for piping in. Obviously, we've got a couple people in the booth. I'm going to go through and introduce them now, and we're going to go through each person's expertise in the commentary box. So, of course, I am ORC Speedy Jeb, and I'm racing this championship, as you can see, with a Corvette, my beautiful Hostess Corvette on screen. So first we've got ORC Black Ghost, we've got ORC Yankees fan in the pit lane, and we've got is it EROH Jern? Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. So Jern is actually the race director for this series and the founder and father of the GeRCA. So thank you so much, guys, for coming on. So first we're actually going to start on with ORC Black Ghost. He's going to give us a little lowdown on where we're racing this round.
We are racing in Japan. The track is called Tsukuba Circuit. It's one of the closest tracks to Tokyo. It has 8 corners. It combines a variety of large and small corners. It's a technical layout. It's famous to most drivers. It's been open since 1970, and I think it's a very good, popular track that we're going to be on tonight.
Nice. Thank you so much for that, Ghost. Next, we've got ORC Yankees fan. He's our pit lane reporter. Yankee, first of all, thanks for coming on the booth today. And the other part is I want to go with you is pit strategy. What do we expect to see from the drivers in this field this round?
Yes, so due to the technical nature of the track, it looks like it will favor the mid-engine cars. So the R8 and the Porsche were able to go longer on tire strategy than the Corvette, the Mercedes, and the Supra. So you may see a one-stop strategy for the Porsche and R8 and a two-stop strategy for the front-engine cars.
And what are we seeing for distance, do you think? Is tire wear the bigger concern, or is it fuel?
It's definitely tire wear on this track, especially with the final corner. The right-handers demands a lot from the left-hand side tires, so they go down quickly.
Okay, good to know. So actually, we're going to go with our final guest here, which is EROH Jern. Thanks so much, Jern, for coming on to the broadcast today. So just hand it over to you and kind of just tell the folks, why you started this, what your thoughts were, and we'll just go through all that.
Alrighty, thank you for having me. So yes, I started this league for the purpose of having good, clean, competitive racing in an environment where we can be competitive but still friendly and still support each other while we are all continuing to grow our craft. And so this started as an invitational-only series, and it's still that way now. You're always everyone's always welcome to contact me or anyone here for information if you would like to be considered to be invited to the series as well. So this is something that has been on my heart for a long time to really get started, and so far we've had a really great turnout, and the competition has been really solid, and I'm looking forward to seeing where it grows from here as well. So to give you guys all a kind of overview of how this works and kind of what to look for in the future, in every race, the top 6 only get both get 5 points each. And so it's really important to be consistent and really important to get good finishes whenever you can, because that'll give you a big advantage going in. But currently, the point standings we actually have ORC Speedy Jab sitting in first with 105 points. We have myself, EROH Jern at 65. We have Mountain Standard sitting in third with 50. We have Jay Cush with 40. Mr. Big Otter and ORC Black Ghost are tied fifth right now with 15. And then currently tied in seventh is ORC Yankees fan and the Spartan at 10. So after 35 laps, you'll see how much things can change and how much consistency and these bonus points from the various things could really help change and shape the championship.
Perfect. Awesome. Thank you so much for that overview and the recap of the series and for putting it on as well. So I know just a little background here is that we met you, probably just a couple months ago on GT Sport, as the ORC crew here represented is very new to GT Sport. We primarily come from Forza. I think you guys all know that if you've seen my channel. But it's been a great first couple rounds, 3 rounds now into it, and coming into Tsukuba here. So it's a 15-week series, so we do have a lot of racing left. So as you said, it can change at any time. So thanks for having us, first of all. And it's been a fun series so far. So I look forward to getting a lot more people involved, hopefully, and filling out at least up to, let's say, 8 people or 10 people on track at a time.
Oh, yeah.
Perfect. Okay, well, we're going to go ahead.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah, perfect. So we're actually going to go ahead and we're going to go, hang on. I'm behind now. We're going to go to the track now. So we're loading up Tsukuba as we speak. So we're actually going to go through this. And Jerns, if you wouldn't mind going through once it pops up, who's on pole, and go through the driver listing really quick.
Will do.
Perfect. Still loading. And that's how you say Tsukuba, yes. As we were just kind of trying to figure out how to say that.
Tsukuba.
Yes.
Alrighty, so as you see here, we have the starting lineup. You can see that the Porsche really favored me, Jern starting in first. The Porsche 911, then we have Speedy Jab in the Corvette, the Mount Standard and the Supra, Tyrion and the R8, and then you go back to Black Ghost and Yankees fan in the back with the AMG and the R8.
Yeah, so we're going to go on board with Jerns to start us off here because he is the pole man. And here we go, we're away. And again, it looks like Tyrion gets a really good start out of there.
You can see that the Porsche gets pushed out wide by the R8 there. It drops all the way back to third right in that first corner.
Yeah, the Corvette got a really good start on that, and through the first couple corners, everybody's little barging, but and we got Jerns out of that one. Yeah, it looks like Tyrion there in the R8 just sideswiped him, and Jerns got on the grass, and I'm with him right now. Painful recovery, and drops well behind the field. I'm actually going to look really quick at timing and see how much time, and it's not up yet because we haven't completed a lap. Bummer. I'd like to see how much time that actually put you behind, but you're actually a full straight behind. Oh, and another spin.
I believe that overall it put me about 20 seconds behind the leader.
Wow, it's a big disadvantage there. It didn't look like Tyrion did anything sinister or anything like that. It just looked like he was unaware that you were, or didn't give you enough room, and then once you got on the grass, the car just looped around. Yeah. Unfortunate, really unfortunate, because you were pole man, and now you're dead last right now, coming into the one of the first hairpins, or the first hairpin, turn 1 and turn 2.
It's a tough thing, and it happens in these races.
Yeah, let's go up front now, and let's go check out third place in Tyrion and see, because we've got a good battle between Tyrion in second and Black Ghost in third. Speedy's gone up the road a little bit, and it's got a little bit of breathing room, so this is one of the best battles right here on track. So I'm on board with Tyrion right now. I'm going to go ahead and go to his cockpit cam so we can see his revs and everything. Coming into turn 1 now. Oh, we got a big dive bomb up here, actually, with Black Ghost coming up on the inside of the corner there.
Yeah,
and taking over.
I took advantage of him going wide, so I went inside, and I made a pretty good pass.
Yeah, agreed. There was a little contact on the apex, but not too bad. He wasn't shoved out wide enough to make a big difference, I don't think. Sorry, Jerns, what were you going to say?
Well, what I was going to say is I think that highlights the differences in how you can approach a pass. If you have the room and you have the ability to be aggressive and assertive and insert your car in there like that, you know it's going to go well. You know that gives you a chance to really make some strong progress, and in this case, it really helped Black Ghost to get up there and get some better track position.
Yeah, definitely. And I'm going to actually go on board here with Mountain Standard, who's right behind Tyrion right now, and looking at this third place battle. Looks like Yankees fans a little bit off, and obviously Jerns is still trying to play catch up too, but he's actually made some good hay, it looks like, on that, and caught up a little bit of ground. And actually, I'm gonna see if we can look at the live timing now and see what we got as far as positional standards. So, Yankee, would you mind going through the timing really quick and telling me what the gaps are?
Oh yeah, sure. So Black Ghost is 3.6 seconds behind Speedy Jab, and then Tyrion is 0.8 seconds behind Ghost. Mountain Standard is behind Tyrion. Yankees Fan is 2.1 seconds behind Standard, and Jones is 12 seconds behind Yankees Fan.
So, Jones, if that's true, you said you were down in 20 or 22 seconds, so you've already caught up a boatload of time onto Yankees Fan in 5th place.
It really shows how strong an advantage the right car at this kind of track at this course, and so having the chance to win about some fast laps really helped.
Yeah, definitely. That battle for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, or effectively the battle for 2nd place, is heating up pretty nice on this. I'm still on board with Mountain Standard, just watching him from a hood view. Tyrion goes wide there. It gets on the dirty part of the track. It gives Mountain Standard a pretty good run. Ghost, what are your thoughts so far on the race?
So far, I like what's going on. I mean, as the driver, I felt that move I made could get me. I was trying to get a go away set.
Looks like we lost audio. Okay.
But I felt that I was handling pretty well. So.
Yeah, and as we pointed out before, and I noticed this in the Corvette and the Merc, were like Yankees Fan pointed out earlier in the broadcast, that this track really does not favor these longer wheelbase front engine rear wheel drive cars. So they tended to eat up tires really aggressively. So I know that my... What do you got?
Sorry to interrupt, but Black Ghost just went off on the sweeper. Just lost it, just always fell down to 5th.
You're about a couple seconds ahead of us then, because before you said that, or right when you were saying that, it hadn't happened yet. But okay, we just
he fell all the way back there.
Yeah, we're gonna go on board with him now. He's back on track and coming around corners 1 and 2 now. You gotta love the sound of this AMG though. I love that throaty V8 sound it's got.
Yeah, I love it.
Let me get a good look at the sponsor, Coke, on the hood there. Bringing Fizzle to Black Ghost's race.
Honestly, what happened is that I took my eye off the braking marker. That's what happened.
Yeah, it looked like you brake a little late in that one from what you normally did. Is what I did notice too, actually.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, this last corner, if you go a little bit wide, the marbles eat you up, and it seems like the dirty part of the track, it really sucks you out there into the gravel. Really quick, I'd like to go through tires right now, Yankee, if you wouldn't mind going through the field and just telling me. We'll start with 1st place in Speedy Jab. Tell me what condition his tire is in right now.
So right now, Speedy is on softs, and it looks like the front left is a little bit of concern. It's probably at about 15% wear right now. And if you go down to Tyrion, his tires looks okay. His left tires are about 10%. About standard, his front left is about 15%. Yankees Fan, his tires are about 10%. Jones, his tires are around 10% as well. And Ghost just went into the pits.
Oh, perfect. Talk us through this pit stop. It looks like he's just coming out.
Yeah, he just came out. It looks like he just took on fuel this time.
Tires, you mean?
Well, and tires, yeah. He took tires. So
I don't see...
No fuel.
Yeah, I don't see any fuel, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, no. He didn't take fuel.
Okay, so that's 9 laps, or just crossing over 8 laps, and starting on the 9th. So that's an early pit call, I think, for this. I think from some of the testing we did, it was about 12 laps, I want to say, for the Merc and for the Corvette, and it was about 15 laps, I think, for the mid-engine rear-wheel drive cars, the Audi R8 and the Porsche 911 RSR. So let's see. I'm going to go on board. It looks like, again, we still have this huge battle raging on between Tyrion in second place and Mountain Standard in third. I'm on board with Mountain Standard right now, and we've got obviously ORC Yankees fan right behind too. So I'm going to go on board with the Yankees fan for this lap.
Love that livery.
Okay, here, let me change view so we can see that. Yep. Oh, we can all see the back, but yeah, and I think Yankee went over the livery, what he did at Red Bull Ring. If you saw that video, he told us where this was inspired from and using the ORC colors. Yeah, everybody being sucked out on that first corner, or last corner, a little bit wide there, and really hampering them, and actually bringing up that tire wear, sliding the car a lot. We're seeing Mountain Standard now putting on a ton of pressure to Tyrion, but Tyrion's absorbing it pretty well and sticking to his 9. I don't see him really going defensive at all, actually. Are you guys seeing the same there?
Yeah. But he's pretty much running his line very well.
I think that the AMG and the Supra have a similar kind of balance of good and bad. Oh man!
Yeah, we just had a big spin there.
R8s went out there.
Yeah, we just had a caution, and the Yankees hit Turan in the back.
It looks like Mountain Standard's trying to give Tyrion the position back. Maybe he feels like he gave him some motivation to spin there.
Yeah, there was
some. The Porsche takes advantage as well.
Yeah, there was some definite contact.
Was able to come out of there, and he's in second now.
Yeah, there was some definite contact between the Supra of Mountain Standard hitting the back of Tyrion a little bit, and yeah, Journs took full advantage of the Porsche and came back up, and now is in the fight and find himself all of a sudden in 4th place.
Which after that spin was honestly pretty cool to have happen.
Yes, Black Ghost now on the back of Mountain Standard too. Yeah, I'm on board with Mountain Standard still watching this. Oh, Journs gets a little tap on Tyrion into the last hairpin there. Second last sweeper, and then Ghost now is up.
Trying to go in there.
Yeah, Black Ghost now is up the inside. Let's see if he takes that position. Mountain Standard looking from behind here. Goes a little bit on the dirty side, and Black Ghost has got that position at least now. They drive out to the exit. Let's see what Journs does into the first corner here. He goes into a semi-half look. But then Tyrion actually messes up a little bit and gets a little wiggle on, and Ghost has to negotiate him, which he does. Wow. Okay, Journs up the inside of Tyrion, hits him out of the way a little bit and backs out. Mountain Standard tries to get a piece and comes up the inside, but then backs out after he gets a little bit of slide. Yeah, feel free, guys, to jump in here too and just comment on everything. A little side by side with Tyrion there.
I think if you see here, and you see before it finally gets by, I think that he was a little frustrated with Tyrion at the beginning for not giving him room at that that turn coming in close to the hairpin. But
yeah.
I think that also shows once again how much balance that car has. And as you can see, Black Ghost,
Mountain Standard into the pit wall. Mountain Standard ran into the pit wall. I'm on board with him right now. He's reversing on track because he tried to get on throttle again, and he's just that race is going downhill for him all of a sudden, which is odd behavior for Mountain Standard. Very solid, very fast GT Sport driver, and he's just having some uncharacteristic woes here now. That Yegi, do you think that left tire wear, the left front tire, because I'm seeing it's 50% at least right now.
Yeah, it's at least 50% right now.
And that's after 14.
Ability to make the last corner.
Looks like you got the leader in the pits, Ghost. I mean, Yankee.
Yes, Speedy just went to the pits. Um,
Looks like you have Drinkerins hopping in there
looks
as
like
well.
it's
Ontario.
on fuel and tires. And then now Jones and Tyrion, Jones just left the pits. He took tires, no fuel.
I'm on board with Tyrion right now in the pits, and he's waiting and waiting.
Just left.
Okay.
He filled up and took tires.
Okay, perfect. And it looks like Mountain Standard's in
Standard
as well.
Just went into the pits now. Yes.
He's got a 0.8 second penalty too. I wonder where that came from. When we were in the pit stops, he might have gotten it.
And he took on fuel and tires as well.
Okay. Oh, not full fuel though. It looks like he left a little bit left.
Yeah.
And he just
I
cleared
didn't get
that.
to see
Yeah, he just
how
cleared
much he put
that. That pit stop. Let's see. Okay, so now we've got Yankees fan. I'm going to go on board with him right now in first place. We're going to go on board with the cinematic camera. So Yankee now in first place. We got Black Ghost in second place. Speedy Jab in third. Journs in fourth. Tyrion in fifth. And Mountain Standard in sixth place. And there's a huge gap between fourth and fifth and sixth right now. So it looks like Yankees fan is about, I don't know, 30% or so tire wear, maybe 40 at the most. So you're right, the tire wear is really hanging on in this car. And he's just above a quarter tank of fuel right now. So he can stay out for probably another couple laps, and we're on lap 16 now. So it looks like Yankee, I think he is going to go for that one stop.
Yes.
Going back to the
Ghost
pit
was
road
wide.
incident.
Yeah, Ghost went really wide, and Speedy Jab's now on the back of him.
Yes.
But nowhere to go around this track. So kind of just staying behind. Sorry, Journs.
Going back to this.
Don't
Going back to
forget
the
about
spin incident with oh yeah. Thinking back to the incident with Mountain Standard spinning out, I think the important thing to remember in this game is that, for the most part, pit entrances are pretty easy to find, but in this one, you have to go to the one that's on that long back straightaway. And so, if you see you come around and you come up and there's another pit entrance here, but that's not the correct one, you actually have to go on the back straight one. So, in the physics in this game, if you end up trying to go into that one, you end up pretty much just hitting a wall.
Yeah, Speedy just had a big dive up on the inside of Black Ghost and then backed out of it, I think, because he locked up the tires a little bit.
Yeah.
So Black Ghost still stays ahead.
I'm watching, myself, and I'm really struggling with tire wear because I last pitted was lap 10, so I'm at that 8-9 mark where I'm starting to lose grip.
Yeah, it looks like the left front is your biggest concern, and you're about, 15% tire wear, it looks like. Maybe 20.
Yeah, the strategy was to try to stay with Yankee, and I went into pits just now. So what's going on, Yankee?
Yeah, so Yankee and Ghost just went into the pits.
Let's go.
Yankee's taking tires and fuel. So is Ghost. Yankee leaves first. He takes on about 73 liters of fuel. Goes fills to full and takes tires as well.
Yeah, I'm on board with Black Ghost. He's just came out of the pits. So now you can see on the track map up in the top right, everybody's spread out pretty decently. It looks like we got somebody off course. Who is that? Oh, Mountain Standard spinning out.
Mountain Standard.
Yeah.
That car has a lot of torque, so you got to be really careful with that throttle.
Yeah, he's just having trouble just staying on track right now and just trying to keep the car underneath him. And I wouldn't say it's an issue with tires right now. It's something else, which again, as I pointed out before, is very uncharacteristic of this driver. Usually very, very fast, very controlled. And he drives this car a lot. This, I think, is his favorite car in the game, I believe, in GT3 or Group 3. And he's just having a struggle with this thing.
Yeah, looking at his tire wear is pretty good. You know, so.
Yeah, I would look at basically he's probably got some balance to the rear because we know this car is the same as the other ones in the front engine rear-wheel drive cars that they eat front tires big time. So he's got pretty even tire wear between the front and rear left. Okay, so I'm going to jump on board. We don't really have a battle right now, so let's go through. Let's go back up to the leader and let's take one lap with him with the cockpit camera. So, Jerns, go ahead and walk us through the lap here.
All right. So as you can see, he's coming down to this tight hairpin just after you come out of the first couple turns there. In this turn, it seems that this one really just is a balance between feathering the throttle, feathering the brake, depending on how you approach it. This turn here, you want to take a wide arc before you really just go all the way down through the gears for this tight hairpin and really hold close to the center. And you come out and you just want to really just get on the throttle as quick as you can and fly down this back straightaway here. You're going to see he's going to come up to this last turn here, and you can see he brakes down and shifts down to third gear here. Really just got to balance and make sure that you kind of feather the throttle till you get around that corner. And it also changes a little bit because when you come out, it can get really tight. And then you see you go to this first turn, and it's almost as tight as the other two really tight, almost hairpin turns.
So I jumped on board with you, Jerns, as well. So can you walk us through your lap here too?
You can see I'm coming through here on that same first real hairpin. You can see I got a little squirrely there. And you can see for me, I had to really feather the throttle going into that turn. And then I arc it pretty wide out here. And right about the kink here in the middle is when I break down to first. Then I try to keep it as tight as I can, let it arc out a little bit, and kind of catch that curving there a little bit, and I just go down. When my tires are cleaner, I'm able to brake a little later than this, but shift down to third and kind of ease it in until you can hammer it on the throttle and go out and catch the outside curving.
Perfect. So I'm going to actually jump over to Orsi Black Ghost. Ghost, I'm going to jump on board with Yankees Fan. If you wouldn't mind walking through Yankees Fan's lap and then walking through your own lap on the next one.
Yeah, Yankees heading to the first hairpin turn now. Very clean line. You know, his tire wear is very good, as we talked about before. As we're getting ready to go through the little turn, the other straight for the next hairpin turn, Yankee is just constantly staying consistent. With Black Ghost, myself, looks like I'm getting some lap right now with Mountain Standard, just past him. Trying to maintain a lot of speed, trying to handle this car. Pretty tough on exiting out for me, trying to keep it straight. So I lost some time, a little bit of Yankee. You can see the difference between like the R8 and the mid-engine versus the front engine of the Mercedes. It's just not suitable for this track, but I try to maintain as much as I can.
Yeah, definitely. We saw that in practice and testing and everything, and we knew that was the case. Some tracks favored certain cars, and we already knew this was the case, and it was just a matter of staying with those mid-engine cars. Yankee, if you wouldn't mind going through Tyrion and Mountain Standard's laps for me too.
Okay, so right now we're on board with Tyrion. He's about to hit the hairpin turn now. Goes down to first gear. Hits the apex, throttles out. He's going down the main straight now. And then once he sees the pit lane board, he downshifts to third. Hits the apex, throttles out. Has a nice line going into turn one. Downshifts to first gear. Hits the apex, goes out. Now he's hitting the little S chicane. Goes down to first gear. Looks like he misses the apex. Having a little trouble traction there. He goes under the Dunlap bridge. Goes a little wide. Follows up and goes right back to the pin turn again. And now we go back to Mountain Standard. Mountain Standard just lost it. Still having trouble with the car. And it's about to go into the final turn now. Now shifts to third. That's the finish line, then goes down to turn one. It takes it in first gear. It's the apex, throttles out. A little wiggle, but it's able to maintain. Goes through the S, goes down to first gear. It's the apex, throttles out. And he goes third gear under the Dunlap bridge. Goes up to fourth. Then downshifts to first gear to the hairpin. Throttles out, puts down the main straight. And looks like he's about to go into the pits now.
Yeah, a little bit ago as well.
About that because his tires was really worn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm actually going to jump on.
As well.
Yeah, I'm going to jump.
Box right now. Changing tires. And doesn't take fuel. Comes right back out.
Yeah, in the meantime, we did see Speedy Jab and Jerns come in the pits. So I'm going to jump on board with Speedy Jab really quick and look at his. Just tires, no fuel for his pit stop. Jerns looks like obviously tires and maybe a little bit of fuel. Jerns, is that correct?
Yeah, during the first stop, when the Porsche went in, I had to keep up and try to play strategy. Didn't refuel, but had no choice but to refuel on the second stop to actually make it to the end.
Gotcha. Okay, so the pit lane strategy really helped you as well climb up in this. That and the car is really suited to this track with that short wheelbase and engine layout.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, and you actually had the fastest lap in this race, if I remember correctly, too.
Yes, I did. It was in the early part of the race. The pole lap for the Porsche was a 52.8, which was very quick around this track on this car. The fastest lap was a 53.8, which obviously qualifying pace versus race pace is very different, but that was a very quick lap considering the circumstances.
Yeah, and we always talk about that too when you get into racing, is that the qualifying pace, is a little different in this game, especially because you've got slipstream and you've got people that you can qualify with. But we did notice, in particular, Ghost, Yankee, and myself, we decided to try to get everybody, a quick lap. And we noticed that actually the dirty air really affected us in this, and we went faster without being close to each other. Did you find the same thing, Jerns, or did you latch onto somebody?
I found that actually in that case I agree with you because my that lap was definitely in a clean air situation. I think that because it's so tight, and I think that the dirty air definitely plays a big part. But I also think that because of such a tight corner and a tight track, to really be aware of different things happening around you. So sometimes it's easy to get distracted based on what the other drivers around you are doing.
Yeah, agreed with that for sure. Yeah. And there's not too much place where you can actually use the draft to your advantage anyway. There's a couple long straightaways and a big sweeper. You can actually stay on board with somebody and gain a little bit of time there. But the dirty air and mixed with everything else is not as good as say longer track with a lot more straightaways and more wide open corners. It's like the land of the hairpins at this track.
Something I noticed about the layout of this track too is several spots of it indicate, or actually they resemble Tsukuba Circuit, which obviously is another very popular, very well-known track in Japan that Formula One even races on. If you notice that the straightaway the way that the kind of final curve is, kind of emulates the final curve on the Suzuka track, and you can see that definitely for the S sections and different stuff, it kind of emulates the car control you need to have in the S section of Suzuka as well.
Yeah, definitely. I think they like to do a lot of that stuff too, where they find a good corner and a good section of track, and I think they like to kind of reproduce that elsewhere. But this is a really short track. This is a really tiny track, so it has to be truncated a lot for this. And it really suits go-karts. In the FIA stuff they did recently, or the daily race go-karts, I saw a lot of good racing action on this track.
The go-kart's an interesting car. It's definitely handles way different than anything on here. So I think that it's suited for those kind of things. When you have these faster cars meant for longer distances, it becomes pretty tricky to handle.
Yep. Hey, Ghost, I'm on board with you right now, actually, following tight behind Yankees fan. Do you recall what your thinking was at this point? Because you're not out of it by any means. You're only a couple tenths behind.
Well, what I was thinking was tires, because with 3 laps to go, I'm really just trying to save what I can, but also trying to catch Yankee. I just felt that every time I come out of the turn, I just could not get the grip that I want to exit out faster than what I normally do. My whole point is, like, if I can get close enough to him, to maybe if I can try to see if he makes a mistake, but I noticed that certain turns I go a little bit wider other time, and that's due to tire wear, but also I'm just trying to race real hard to catch him.
Yeah, and I'm seeing a little bit of front left lockup, especially coming into the last corner. I've seen that a couple times in the first corner too, the 1-2 and corner 1-2 hairpin right there. So Yankee, conversely on your side, I'm gonna jump over with you. Do you remember in this race kind of feeling Ghost behind you and kind of what that pressure was and how you handled that?
Well, I know his tires would have been more worse for wear than mine. So I just tried to keep my lines, don't make any mistakes, and then I know if I don't make any mistakes, I don't give him the opportunity to pass me.
Yeah, we're looking right now. It's hovering between, let's say, 1.2 seconds and 0.8 seconds. Kind of, yo-yos back and forth, depending on where you guys are on track. So this right now is our battle towards the last, as this race kind of winds down. We're into lap 33, crossing over here to start lap 34. So 2 laps left.
But I did notice that it looked like his car was better in the middle sector, and my car was better in the first and last sector.
Yeah, I've noticed that too. I would try to gain, and then I lose, gain, then I lose.
Yeah, just going back and forth between you two and looking at the different tire wear, your guys' front left is exactly the same. The front rear, the Mercedes is doing a little bit better, but Yankee, your right tires are both doing better, and it looks like you guys are both short. Actually, no, sorry. Ghost overfilled his car by a lot, actually. Ghost, you had almost half a tank of fuel left. And Yankee is almost about ready to gas out here.
And something worth noting here, it looks like the leader has taken the white flag and is coming through to the last few kind of back and forth sections before coming to the final hairpin.
Yeah, I'm on board right now. Yep, and we're on to last. So as long as that guy doesn't bottle it, whoever he is, in the last couple corners, he should take the victory, as GeRCA says. I love that guy. If you guys haven't followed GeRCA, he's amazing. I love watching his content. He's from Czech Republic, so every V is a W, which I love.
Yeah, I watch this
There it
all
is.
the time.
Yep, flash of the lights. Let's go on board.
Hostess
Yeah, Win Diesel.
takes another one.
We got back with GeRCA taking the flag. Now I'm on board with the Orsa Yankees fan as he comes around. Last corner with Black Ghost hot on his heels. Last corner, nope, he didn't bottle it. He brings home the third place podium victory. And we got Black Ghost right behind him, real close. Tyrion's already finished. And Mountain Standard is still on track going around the last corner here. one lap, I think, behind. Is that correct, Yankee?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, guys. Well,
Lap down.
that was a great race. So
Yeah.
yeah, a lot of it. To be honest with you, I was surprised. And I think I mentioned this before. I was really surprised in the Corvette to take that win. And to be honest, it had a lot to do with Journs. If Journs hadn't been taken out in that first or first lap, you would have won, Journs. I mean, that's all there is to it. You had the pace in that car. It was suited for that.
I think that it's really one of the big overarching stories of this race. Obviously, that one being kind of starting with that comeback that I had, and I got to say I'm kind of shocked that I was able to bring it back up to second like I was. Really, the Porsche not only handles the track really well, but fits my personal driving style very well. So it gave me the opportunity to catch up. And I think a couple of other overarching stories on this race is the continuing dominance of ORC Speedy Jab in that Corvette. I think that the first race really was all down to the Corvette for sure. And then the second and third race, I think that the consistency that ORC Speedy Jab has really helped him to continue to propel that points lead he has. And I think just overall seeing how different drivers have evolved over this championship, seeing Yankee and Black Ghost right up there for the fight for third, but also seeing drivers like Mountain Standard kind of falling back. And overall, the point standings after that third race, we have ORC Speedy Jab continuing that push to the front with 155 points. He earns all 50 points for getting the win. And eROH Journs has actually gotten closer than he was. He ended up earning the full points that the winner would get because he scored the 40 points for second, but got fastest lap and pole, so he got 115. Mountain Standard continues to be in third place, but only gains 5 points, so he's up to 55. But with that third place finish, ORC Yankees fan has moved up to tie for fourth with Jay Cushion 40 points. Black Ghost has moved up to sixth there with 30 points, and then seventh and eighth have been drivers that have only made it one start so far. So we'll see how this championship evolves then.
Yeah, it's definitely getting interesting. So I appreciate the comments too. Yeah, I've been really surprised and actually about the driving standards with everybody too, and seeing everybody kind of progress, as you said, and getting better in the game. To be fair, this is the ORC's crew. This is their first league race, do anything serious, and all of us are pretty much on the game over the last couple months. And credit to you, Journs, as well for your wheel. I mean, it's amazing to see the progress you've made in such a short amount of time. You're new to the wheel. What's it been? 2 weeks? Is that right?
Something like that, yeah.
Something like that? Yeah, to be driving that fast and handling the car that well, golf clap, everybody, golf clap. I mean, that's amazing.
You're making me look bad, actually.
Yeah.
It's something that I think about a lot. I'm kind of a strange person in the sense that even when I'm just driving my normal daily driver, I drive a little crappy Ford Focus, and even then I'm thinking about kind of the feeling and different handling cars and stuff, and so sometimes I'm able to transfer thoughts like that into driving, and to be able to feel it and understand and have a better response in this game is really fun.
Yeah, well, it's awesome to see. So congrats to you for all that stuff too. So, guys, one final note too. Like Journs said before, I'll go ahead and link his Discord channel in the chat or in the comments below. So if you guys want to, think about joining the league, go ahead and join the Discord. See if you can PM Journs and see if that's something you guys can do. We might do some kind of driver evaluation or something like that. I don't know, Journs, it's up to you, but that brings us to another good topic, which is actually driving school, which we will be conducting a lot of those. So you guys have seen them on the channel with Forza 7, so I'd like to do one with GT Sport. Let me know if that's something of interest to you guys. Feel free to comment if you guys want to do driving school. Again, I'll preface that by saying I'm not the fastest driver, I'm not the best driver, but what I do have is a lot of racecraft. That's through my real life racing experience and learning from actual on-track stuff, and translates over to here. So hopefully I can bring you some tidbits you may already know, but we'll do some drills and get you guys faster if that's something you guys want. And hopefully my goal is actually, to be honest with you, my goal is to make you faster than I am. That's my goal. If I get you close, It's like a silver medal for me. It's okay, but it's not the gold medal. I want to be first. I want to get you guys faster, and that way we can have better racing. I'm happy to share anything with everybody because that's the goal, is to have great racing here, as you just saw with this last race. So thank you guys all for joining. If you haven't, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and also click the notification bell so you guys get notified of any new videos I upload to the channel. And I want to say thank you to eROH GeRCA for joining, ORC Black Ghost, and ORC Yankees fan. Any final thoughts, gentlemen?
I think the momentum for Speedy Jab are to host this, cakes. So that's what's keeping him motivated to win every week.
Sugar rush.
It's those ding dongs.
So I don't know if he never get tired eating those. So we're gonna have to try to get a little more pressure on him next week.
All right, I welcome it, guys. So definitely looking forward to the next round. Everybody, please join us for the next round. And with that, everybody, good night.
All right, good night.